Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to the ending ceremony of the Jitsi and European Union Commission Hackathon. I am super excited to be here. This actually turned out to be an absolutely fantastic event. There was a lot of work, a lot of collaboration, and this is what I really love about open source. That thing that on a dime, on a moment's notice, we can gather so much potential and we can get just so much work done with no significant preparation. I really love this. So with no further ado, let's go and check out the winners of the hackathon.
Emil.
Yes.
Sorry, just before going, you're going fast. You're going very fast. But
okay, so with further ado, then let's go and do some other things first.
Yeah. I think Saranjit will give the floor first to Thomas. Saranjit, I pass it over to you.
Great. Okay, so thank you very much, Emil, and for starting the whole thing off. It's a pleasure to be here. As you can see in this event, we've had so many wonderful participants and an excellent number of solutions, each of them of very high quality. No doubt we'll go through them today. And I want to thank you all for participating and hanging on until the award ceremony today. So allow me to introduce you to our director. He's responsible for digital business solutions and also is an open source enthusiast. So please allow me to welcome Thomas Gagaik. Thomas.
Thank you, Saranjit, and thank you, Emil, for the great and energetic start into the whole thing. And I'm very excited as you are. I think this is amazing, and I may not be quite as young as I look and as I appear sometimes, or as I behave according to my wife, but this is really great. And I've seen a world which was very different from today. It's not just because of the digitalization, but because of the way that we were working or not working together. And open source and this type of hackathon, it is such an exciting and amazing opportunities. I mean, look at you. You're coming from all over the world. And I was totally stunned when I went through the list of participants. And you are all working together here with the same mission. You're creating for a fantastic open source project. And I can't say how much I admire the initiative behind this of Emil and the Jitsi team to make that even better. And what you are doing here, maybe one day is used in a school in the German backcountry, it may be used somewhere in Peru, it may be used in Australia, and it may be used somewhere in Africa. And the ability that we have nowadays to work closely together, no matter where we're sitting, no matter who we are in terms of our background, it just doesn't matter. It's so amazing to see this unifying power behind the open source idea that people, enthusiasts, passionate people who want to achieve something, who want to contribute, can work together. And this is, I think, a very great, if I may put that little bridge in here, it's a very great exemplification of what the European Union is all about, is to bring people from different countries together. And we should, as such as an open and free society, we should keep giving everybody around the world opportunities like this to come together, to work together, to succeed together, to have fun together. I want to give a big thanks to all of you wholeheartedly for participating in this. And I think anybody wants to have hope about the future of our planet. I think this is one way where you can get it. I'm amazed, I'm deeply grateful to you, and I want to thank also the team here, which made all the organization possible. I want to thank Emil for his sponsorship for the whole event. I want to thank our other sponsors, members of parliament, who are with here in spirit, with their mental support. And I really look forward to who the winners are. So without further ado, back to you, Saranjit.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you very much indeed. So we're all delighted, and I'd like to now ask Emil whether he'd like to say anything else before he comes back on again to give us the prizes, which is the main purpose of today. Or Emil, would you like to say anything, or shall I pass over to Miguel?
Well, look, it's a bit of a delicate job to be the one thing standing between a bunch of euros and the winners. I just want to thank again everyone's efforts, the European Commission for the funding. I really, what you said really resonates with me. This is the ideal that drives Europe forward, that collaboration and that openness. So
thank you.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And we celebrate the fact that you're European, and that's really great. Miguel, I pass the floor over to you to say a few words, and please carry on.
Thanks, Saranjit. No, I see that Emil is very eager, so I will try not to hold too much the key moment. But I just want to share two reflections. The first one is like, indeed, it's amazing that something that was just an idea 4 months ago materialized in this event, who was well beyond expectations. I think it was more than 150 registrations from more than 50 countries. So what else can you expect? I think we cannot ask for more than that. And not enough, then I saw that we had like 21 projects, brilliant ideas. So for me, that's amazing. It's really great. And secondly, I think more and more people are advocating for treating open source software as infrastructures, as public infrastructure that should be funded by governments. And in the same way you use public funds to fix a bridge or to build a road or just to plant trees in a park, I think more and more governments, they should also try to allocate certain helps to maintain this open source software that is used by public services and therefore should be considered as infrastructure as well. And in that respect, I think a hackathon is a very, very powerful tool. I mean, just look at what you have done, especially thanks to you guys. In 1 week of work, we have 21 projects. As Thomas said, some of your ideas will be used around the globe. So you are having an impact on society, you are improving lives, you are improving education. So I definitely, the only thing I can say again, apart from Emil and Thomas, I repeat it again, thank you for your active participation. And definitely this is something we should repeat in the future. So thanks.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you very much indeed. Right, without further ado, I'd like to invite Saul, who will give us the mentor's point of view, and then over to you, Saul.
Well, hey everybody, thanks a lot for giving me the floor. From the mentor's perspective, I'd just like to say that it has been tough. It's been tough because we've had some very good projects, and I was very impressed. I've had the luck to be, this is the second hackathon I'm co-organizing with /4 Jitsi, and I've done Google Summer of Code 4 times as a mentor and admin. And the quality of projects that I've seen in this hackathon is really, really high. And the time frame is just a week. And what we saw is amazing. We've seen people post in the community, get feedback. We encouraged people to share their work as work in progress pull requests on our public repositories. And we've seen the positive response from our community. We've seen our documentation improved by members of teams that saw things not very clear. And we've seen new engagement in our community, existing community members participating. So by all means, this has been a success from our side. The fact that this enlarges our community and brings over these new features that we're liking in the education space is really, really great to see. So from our side, we had a tough job because there was very high quality submissions, and the review process was a lot more involved than I initially thought, but that's a good thing. So very, very happy with the result. And then, yeah, I'd say let's go.
Brilliant.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So, Saul, the next stage is in introducing some of the team that we have here. That we have representatives from every team. Every team has selected a spokesperson. So I would like to invite, unless Saul, you'd like to go through the list and invite them one by one.
I'm happy to
would you like
go
to
through
do
the
that?
list.
Yeah, please. Thank you. 20 seconds each, please. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Saul.
so I'm gonna try and not butcher this surname over here. So Simon Maszewski, I think.
Yes.
Great
go for it.
accent, though.
Introduce
Great
yourself.
accent.
Yeah. All right. Go for it.
Yes. Hi. My name is Simon Maszewski, and I represent the University of Illinois at Chicago. And we built an LTI connector to Canvas and Blackboard, so that allows you to use Jitsi as study rooms, homerooms, student video collaboration. And so these are available within a course with a consistent room. And then administrators have some options to scramble the rooms each day and provide some additional encryption. The second project is Acadly, and Acadly happens to be an app that teachers anywhere can adopt for the HyFlex teaching style, and their Jitsi rooms are enabled as breakout rooms for students. Acadly offers discussions, questions, just a variety of pedagogical tools, and again, they're ready to be adopted for free.
Thanks a lot. Moving on. Emra, take it away.
Yes, I am Emrah. I am a software developer from Istanbul, Turkey. My project is JITAS, Jitsi Assistant. It's a desktop environment which improves the desktop sharing capacity. This is my first hackathon, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
All right. And now let's go to Sebastian. Is Sebastian with us today?
Sebastian is not with us.
All right, then moving on. Isaac. Ale.
Hi, everybody from Madrid, Spain. It's time for the nap now. Well, I've been in the project Order Raised Hands List, and it's a very simple project, but I think it's very necessary in order to give tools to moderators to find people with hands raised and the order in they have raised hands. Thank you very much to all my team, because I'm just the idea generator. I have no team for developers with Jitsi. I work for the Madrid Open University, and we are maintainers of the Moodle plugin for Jitsi. It's very popular, but we only develop in Moodle, not in Jitsi. So thank you very much to my team. And thank you to the organization for this occasion. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Isaac. So next, Tran, Mini Som. Yeah, go for it. I'm afraid we cannot hear you. Perhaps you're muted on wrong device.
No, we don't hear you, Tran.
Let's do this. I'm going to jump over and we'll come back to you towards the end. About Fabien?
Yes. So hello everybody. So we are a team of students in an engineering school called Central Supélec in France. And over the last year, we experienced a lot of online courses, and we know that it's very difficult for teachers to have interactivity. And that's why we wanted to provide surveys, so simple polling feature, so that the teacher can ask questions and the student can answer easily. And it's a way to bring back interactivity in online courses. And we had a lot of fun developing it. And we hope that it will be merged very soon. So thank you very much and see you soon.
Thanks a lot. I think we could hear Trent before, so maybe you can go now.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so
Go for it.
sorry for the problem, the technical problem. So my name is Sean. I am the chief technical officer for a startup in EdTech here in Vietnam. So we use Jitsi for two of our products. One for teaching English online, one teacher and 6 students. And right now we use Jitsi as a tool for another product, teaching the high school student. One teacher against about 30 students. So what I observed is that even with the video communication like this, we cannot engage a student a lot because they just like a passive viewer. So the idea is that somehow we just emulate the physical contact. So it was the idea for our project called IG. It means AI assisted Jitsi. So because the time is so short, so we just want to implement the doing high five, to congratulate the student. If we are in a physical class, we can do a physical high five. And right now, via Jitsi, we would like to realize the same thing, hoping that with such a stimulation, emulation will engage student more in the virtual class. Yeah. So this is our idea. Okay.
Thank you so much. Let's see. Next, Kibra. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Go for it.
Hi everyone. We are 4-member team from Istanbul, Turkey. Our project is speaker priority and search participant. This is our first hackathon. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot. Happy to have you. So, next, Floris.
Hello, I'm Floris van Geel, representing uCloud, part of UPAL group. And actually, we went in with 3 projects, to whom I represent 2. One of those is the Jitsi.Ninja project, which is a site for growing communities and having consultants sorted around. And we're also maintaining the Drupal.org Jitsi module. So Jitsi is there embedded inside the CMS. And we got to some great insights there to use the raw API so we can directly manipulate the Jitsi as an object instead of using an iframe. And for the other project, it is all about presence. So what is actually happening within your meetings? Who is talking a lot but saying nothing? Who is having cameras on? What is going around with emotions and happiness in relation to your meeting? And with that research, we want to improve the effectiveness of all our meetings. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Next, let's go to Frederick. Do we have Frederick?
Yeah, we do.
There we go. Take it away. But we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Go for it.
Sorry about that. First of all, thank you to all of you who organized this competition. It's great for us to try to put forward our ideas. And I'm representing USchool, which is also part of the UPA group. And the idea is based on I'm blessed with a concentration disorder. So I don't learn very well from listening and reading. So research shows that pen is a very probably one of the best ways to learn. So we created something specifically for the STEM subject, can be used for everything. So with webcams, we're focusing on building an add-on so that this would be in the right orientation. So drawing on a piece of paper would be much more efficient, and you would learn by collaborating pen and paper from wherever you're on the world. We also built an add-on for mobile phones, which is a mirror they put on top of your mobile phone and with a stand. I hope you get the idea that you would show your pen and paper for anyone using Jitsi. And by doing so, you learn more, you engage more, and we have much better retention for boring stuff as math. Thank you, guys. I'm done.
Thanks a lot. All right. Let's see. We got Werner.
Really enjoyed seeing all those excellent projects. I was working on breakout rooms in contrast to some of the solutions which I saw out there. I was interested in having an integrated breakout room solution natively in Jitsi Meet. So that was the goal. I loved the new participants list, so I wanted to have it integrated. Now participants can join breakout rooms. They can manage by moderators. And I was working last week to have the mobile clients included and working. That's working now fine too. So I'm really looking forward to have this integrated within Jitsi Meet, and hopefully many can benefit of this solution.
Thanks a lot, Werner. Looking forward to that PR as well. Let's see. Julian Gomez.
Yeah. Well, nice to see that there are a lot of cool projects. I'm Julian from Spain. I'm also an university student, just like Fabien. I had a lot of courses with video calls, so I thought participating on a hackathon of Jitsi and with education in mind was a very cool idea. So my project was integrating PeerTube to Jitsi. The functionality works more or less the same as YouTube does. You paste a link and you can share the screen, the video with your students, so that everyone in the same room watches the video at the same point of time. And that's it. I wanted to say thank you to the organization for all of the work.
Thanks a lot, Julian. So, who do we got left? Jules-Stan? Sorry, I butchered your name. Yeah.
Hi,
take it away.
I am Gülistan. I am attendant from Istanbul, Turkey. I am software developer and researcher. I am happy attend to Hackathon. Our project enables an image reaction for when person speaks. It's a fun work for us. Hackathon has been a good experience on our behalf. Thank you for organization team. Also, thank you, Mr. Emrah, for information use about this hackathon. See you in future organization, I hope. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's very nice to see participants helping each other. That's cool. Pratik, how are you in the house?
Hello, everyone. So we are a team and we are working on a startup called Do Webinar. And the startup is, the idea is that allow a fans or a viewers to do a live stream with their influencer. And currently it's not launched, but we are working on it, and we have seen the Jitsi has organized the hackathon, and we are using Jitsi as a base. So I think it's a good time to do a contribution, and we love to take part in the hackathon. And so we have created a project in the hackathon that says message saver. So it in the Jitsi, if we will leave the room, we can't save the messages and all the conversation, and sometimes we put the important details like phone numbers and other things. So in our project, when we leave the meeting or click on the hang up button, it will download the text file, and it has all the messages. So we will not lose all our conversation, and I think this is very useful to the Jitsi in all the scenarios. So that's why we have submitted this project in the hackathon.
Thanks a lot, Pratik. So Jeremy, I think Jeremy is with us.
Sure.
Go for it.
Yes. Thanks. So I'm Jeremy from Canada, and this is my first hackathon. I'm 43, so it's taken me a while, but I loved it. It won't be my last. It was a good time. I love the Jitsi project and the product, but yeah, I've been following it for quite a while, and what we did was, or what I did with a bit of help from Saul, was to build the ability to share a URL and have everyone in the room navigate together to different websites. It's partially functional, so you can share the URL, everyone will end up on the same website, but I'd like to add the feature later on to navigate together so that everyone can go from one page to the next. And it was a great experience. It would be actually great for situations where teachers don't have a lot of bandwidth and they don't have the option to share a screen. So that was kind of the idea behind it. Yeah, and anyway, thanks again for the opportunity and for organizing this.
Thanks a lot, Jeremy. Happy to see that you enjoyed the event. Pierre, I think, is not with us today, so we'll jump again. Last but not least, Jeroen.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yep, go for it.
My name is Jeroen van Bemmel, JVP, originally from the Netherlands, but living in Houston, Texas these days. I had a great time last week. It feels like much longer ago. In my normal life, I work for Nokia, and at Nokia, we create the technology that helps the world act together. So when Emil asked me on LinkedIn, or told me we're doing this hackathon and you want to help, I had no doubt, and I jumped right in, and I think the results, I'm very happy with it. Jitsi at scale. So the idea was, I think Jitsi is a great product, but if we can extend it and make it accessible and usable by more people at the same time, we can make it even greater. So that's what I try to do, and I hope it works for you.
Excellent. Thanks, Jeroen. And that's the full house here. So then back to you, Saranjit, and
thank you.
I believe that now we are going to give some
Yes, indeed. Thank you. It was really nice to hear from Saul. It was really nice to hear from all the team representatives, spokespeople, and some of the ideas that are coming up. And now is the time that you've all been waiting for, and like us, to find out who the winners are. So I would like to invite Emil to please come and present the awards. Emil.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's see who the winners are. Should we start the countdown?
Right. Let's see.
Okay. Now, the fifth prize goes to a team that has been involved in the community for a while. And it's also a place where, so can you focus on me, please? There you go. I'm very curious to read other people's chats, but I'm also distracted, so I'm never going to give any prizes that way. So again, it's a team that's been involved in the community for a while. On top of that, it's an area that rarely gets a lot of contributions. It's very tricky, and it deals with a beast that's very tricky. There are a ton of ways to do things in Kubernetes. The work that Pierre's team did on that was really good. It's an absolutely great start. We're looking forward to see where it goes, and we're grateful for all of their contributions as well to the Docker project. And so the prize, the fifth prize, goes to the Kubernetes operator, Pierre and team. I don't think we have anyone from them here now.
Fortunately not.
Let's just give them a round of applause. We're moving on. The next prize, the fourth prize, goes to, look at all the confetti. This is great. So the next prize goes to someone for who this is their first hackathon. So that's pretty cool. It's never, first is oftentimes very successful, as in this case. It was a very original project. I think it was very creative. It also addresses a specific use case that that team is encountering today. They are a regular community member as well, a regular contributor. And that project is JITAS. Emra, would you like to say a few words?
You're muted, Emra.
Now yes, go for it.
Okay, now.
Yep.
As a software developer, I always use open source software and JITAS, and therefore it's very important for me to give back to community. Sometimes I work on a technical project, but not all of them is useful for the end user or the other people. But this decision of the jury show me that this time my project is useful for others too. Thanks.
Well, thank you for participating, Emra.
Thanks, Emra. That was great.
Okay, let's move on. We now have award number 3, the third place of today's hackathon, of last week's hackathon, goes to something that has been very long awaited. Many people have been asking for it, and I'm glad that people were so brave as to take into that task. It's not a trivial thing to develop, and I'm very excited about it. So that third prize goes to the Breakout Rooms project. And Werner, thank you very much for your work. Would you like to say a few words?
Well, it's very unexpected to me. Actually, I just started to work on Jitsi Meet Code 1 month ago. I was asked to develop a participants list, and thereafter breakout rooms. And when I saw that breakout rooms were a project at the hackathon, I was happy because I thought I only have to develop a temporary solution, and thereafter I will switch to a solution from the hackathon. But then on the weekend before the hackathon started, I had some idea about how to change the room without leaving the conference. So I talked to a friend of mine, and we decided that I should register to the hackathon and should develop the solution within this event. We thought that it would be helpful to get the opportunity to talk to some developers, core developers of the team, and maybe have the chance even to get this integrated upstream. So I'm happy that this all surprisingly worked out, and I will continue to have this being integrated and serving maybe many of us and making Jitsi winning over the classroom.
Well, we're happy to, Werner, and we're going to be working with you to get this, to make sure this gets in. Thank you for your contribution. I really like this story. Well, I was so happy that there's a hackathon with this thing. I'm happy that it was going to arrive. And hey, it happens to be me who developed it. Isn't that cool? Like this story. Okay.
Indeed.
Let's move on to the second place. Right. So the second place is a project, goes to a project that I think is, it's been a thorn in many people's eye for a while. It has made, it is a significant improvement to an existing Jitsi feature that was essentially meant 5 years, like 3 years ago as a stub, and now it's actually getting the needed attention. It is something that I think will help many people, and especially larger meetings. It was a team that worked on, I like the flexibility. They started a certain way, and then we told them about, and that actually happened in breakout rooms as well. We told them about, hey, there's this thing that's happening. There's this new work that's arriving. Could you please make sure that you integrate there? They had to download master. It wasn't something that was released anywhere and that they could just go and try. So they had to download master, run it themselves and all of that. And so we've now ended up with a pretty nice improvement that I, again, like a lot. That project is the Orderly Hands from ISA², Marco, and team.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to extend a very special hug to Ruben, who I had to replace for personal reasons in this event. He's not in his best moment, okay? Thank you, Floris, and his colleague, Basilis. They have been the main driving force behind the project, and we are very excited about the financial award. But what we would really love to see is how this improvement will be included in the core. We'll love that. Okay?
Yeah, we would love that too. I can assure you.
Thank you very much to the organization, because this hackathon has allowed me to meet fantastic people. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you and your team for the work. Okay. All right, this is the first prize. This is the big prize, and so let me draw it out. Let me have some suspense here. All right, so I always say I started today this way, and I've talked about it last time. What I really like about open source is how it removes barriers to collaboration. That's it. It's not that you get stuff for free. It's not about ideologies. It's the fact that it makes it easier for people to work together. Jitsi itself kind of operates in the same direction. We're obviously trying to make it easier for people to communicate. And that project, the winner, is building up on that. So the complexity of working with people grows, exponentially. You can grow teams linearly. You can add people to them linearly. But as you increase them linearly, the complexity of synchronizing everyone grows exponentially. You obviously cannot have a full mesh of conversations. You need to add other tools to the communication so that you can quickly get the temperature of the room and you can move on and make progress. So I assume that by now many of you are kind of getting what this is about. I love the simplicity of this feature. I like how it was done. It was my favorite, and that was my personal winner, and I was very happy to see that it happened to be pretty much everyone's, which is why today the first prize goes to the Pulse project. And Fabien, with us today. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you very much. So it's our first time we contribute to the big project in open source, and we are very proud to contribute to participate to make the people's life easier. So it's we're very proud to, and we're also we hope it will get merged soon, and we hope that many people here will review. And thank you very much.
Yes, and you'll hear from us because we'd like to continue working with you, and there's a few other changes that we'd like to add there. I hope you all, just as many of the other people who were here, will remain in the project. So there was a lot of good work that got done here. Not everyone could get a prize, obviously. That doesn't mean that, that's not a negative statement for your contribution. I hope everyone realizes that when we're looking forward to see all of the projects finalized in one way or another. Thank you very much again to the organizers and to all the participants. This was an absolutely fantastic event. I'm proud that we were able to participate in that. And I'm proud for all these lovely people's contributions. Thank you, folks.
Thank you. Thank you, Emil. Big round of applause to Emil.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we are almost at the end of this really 2-week wonderful event. Emil mentioned that not everyone is going to get a prize, but as Thomas and Miguel and all of us have clearly said with real genuine affection that we are very grateful for your attendance, because without the attendance and enthusiasm, nothing would be possible. So for that, we will be sending you a certificate of participation from the European Commission, and whether it's meaningful to you is up to you, but it's very meaningful to us as a record, as a token, small token of our appreciation for your attendance. Again, final thanks to everyone, including the Jitsi team and all the mentors and all the organizers and within the European Commission too. Goodbye from me and goodbye from all of us here. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks a lot. Great work, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.